Family development is the heart of a family resource program. Encourage family interaction, promote parent education, support families in addressing their needs, promote child development. Family support, the Family Resource Program approach. Kyle and Kellerman point out in case studies of Canadian families' resource programs published in 1998, how we work is more defining than what services we provide. Family support principles include staff and families working together in relationships based on equality and respect, capacity building and affirming and strengthening families. It's coming alongside families and doing with them, not doing for them. Plan your drop-in day and programs to encourage family interaction. Staff models to our families what healthy interaction and attachment looks like. We aim for healthy attachment between the parent and child, parent, and families in their community. Research says practices that promote positive and strong relationships between family members promote optimal child development. Relationships form the social fabric that binds a community together and supports child and family development. Health is related to the number, range, and quality of our relationships. Our social capital and resiliency are a result of carrying relationships. One of the 5 core service areas of a family resource program is parents' education. Follow the adult education principles of respect, self-directed studies, honoring previous knowledge and experience, goal-oriented, relevant, and practical. Focus on positive and effective parenting practices and child development. Invite service providers, such as a health nurse, to come to your program. Build relationships with social workers. Plan for food and clothing to be available and respectively reflect on your drop-in population to incorporate their needs into your family resource program. Besides a restful and peaceful family resource program, one of the most important activities you can do is listen. Learning and development are a process, so allow time for participants to seek their own solutions. Provide calm and comfortable places in your drop-ins for parents. Family resource programs practice looking for strengths in families and believe in their capacity to grow. Our second principle states that family resource programs are grounded in strength-based practices. Family resource programs promote play-based learning. Create areas in your drop-in based on ages and stages of children and the developmental domains of cognitive language, social, emotional, and physical. Staff can model a warm adult response to a child's curiosity and wonder. Early on, encourage parents to share lots of face time and talking with their infants and toddlers. The warm emotional connections and stimulation provide rich early brain development. The housekeeping spot provides children with social and emotional development opportunities. A cozy book corner is always welcome for a parent and child to cuddle up in. Keep in mind that the activity or teaching is the vehicle to connect with the child to enhance the relationship. Children learn in a variety of ways. Consider literacy in its broadest forms: rhyme, rhythm, song, dance, and reading. Create routines for the children to follow and practice. Shoes, coats, and zippers, on and off. Empower parents to fully participate, as the parents are the child's first and most important teacher.
Positive family interaction. The connections begin and move, and there's a sense that the family is an important unit, that's where children do best. A drop-in centre is simply that it's such a diverse population that we welcome. We've been here long enough now to have seen many, many families go through our programs, and they come back, and for us that's often the most rewarding piece. Parent education is a really important part of what we do. We spend in any day of the drop-in, which is a very sort of dynamic place, so things are different every day. Because we're a drop-in, but because we have staff who can work with the parents, we can address issues in the moment that they happen. I think this is incredibly important for parents with young children. If you have a question, you really need to explore it now, not an appointment in 6 weeks' time. We run the Nobody's Perfect parenting groups. We have funding to run those groups 5 times a year. They are 6-week sessions, pre-registered, co-facilitated, and all of those things I think are important to really make them work well. It's key to what we do. I'll possibly have 1 2-year-old and are pregnant or soon going to be pregnant with a second or third, whatever. So from day one, a lot of these babies are part of our family too. For example, the Baby and Me program, which is an adaptation of Mother Goose, where mums and babies connect and attach to each other in that very valuable way. It's part of who we are, part of what we do. It's very important that we also offer quality childcare during that time. So I want almost to distinguish between child minding and childcare, which really aims to promote the same kinds of values and the same, giving child development the same importance that we are stressing in our parenting group, so the two things reflect each other. We've set it up so that we have kitchen facilities. We also have clothing exchange, a library. It's important that it be a comfortable and cozy place, I think. We don't want to be intimidating, but as the support person in looking at and talking about all of those issues that affect parents with young children. Most parents are doing the very best job that they can, and most recognize when they need support. That's what we're here to do. With our drop-in, we find more and more now, because we are very busy, that this area is often a beautifully quiet spot for parents with young babies to either spend some time just quietly or to connect. So there are many, many ways to use that space, and it's more than an overflow space. It's become a very bright and vibrant part of our playroom and makes a difference. Being able to make sure that children have opportunities to play outside, to make a noise, to run, if they are attached to a warm, loving family that meets their needs, to play together in a way that really promotes their interaction. Make sure that children sit with their parents and that parents are involved in reading a story, in singing. Sort of my dream of how we would support families, because then you have those natural connections happening. People feel validated in what they're doing. Children are connected with their communities and with each other, and I see those things as really important. The importance of the work that family resource programs do in not only welcoming families, but in really getting into that supportive daily work of making sure that families are functioning in a happy, healthy, positive way. It's something I feel really strongly about. I see so many people who are not connected, and then I see the difference when they come, and everybody can tell us something positive that has happened for them as a result of coming to something like a family resource program. When we come to work in the morning, we are not quite sure what the day is going to hold for us. One of the ways that I think we as a staff, cope with that challenge is we have to make sure that at the end of the day, we give ourselves time to debrief so that we can reflect on the events of the day. We can talk about how we can best support each other, and that's when we get the feedback, and it may be 4 or 5 years down the road. People say, I never did tell you how much it meant that I was able to spend time here with my 2-year-old.
Well, I just moved to Vancouver like 2 years ago, so the first year was quite emotionally challenging. So I started to come here with my young kids, and I really like the staff. Like the staff is really know about child development and things like that. They promote healthy lifestyles, healthy snack and things like that. And it was a good way for me to just connect with people and with the resources in the community as well. And it was really great for the kids to have a safe place to play, and like you can have a little coffee and meet other moms, and we are all in the same boat, so it was quite nice this way. And once again, the staff is really, incredible, really nice and welcoming. And I was, like they said, it's home away from home, but it's really that, because when I came here, I knew nobody really, and it was really nice for me and to be there here. I went to a couple programs like the Mother Goose for my second child, and it was really nice because when you have an older kid as well, you miss this connection, like you're always busy doing a ton of things at the same time. So my older kid was in a staff upstairs, so playing, and I was just alone with my little one, and I really appreciate this connection this time with my second one. Where to find a doctor, where to find nurses and things like that. So it's not about just the dropping. They really open you to all the community and the resources in the community.
I've learned about a lot of the other programs that are going on, and also I've met a lot of people that I normally wouldn't have run into. So I've seen some familiar places here, and then I'll run into the same people at a local park.
Family resource programs facilitate parent-child attachment using the family support approach. Children and parents thrive in the nurturing environment family resource programs provide.